Hello, I'm Ken, KTV. I've been working and maintaining the M2M repeaters since the beginning back in 1972 or 3 when we were first at the jail downtown at the Sheriff's Department. We're going to take a little tour of the various repeater sites. And we have quite a few. There's a lot of infrastructure, as you'll see, a lot of equipment, lots of different towers, lots of different locations. And we're slowly going to start rebuilding things, and along the way here we'll tell you a little bit about each site. And for now we're going to go down to the south because weather's always better down south, so we're going to go down to the south site first. Okay, this is the south receive site for 2 meters, the 6 meter receive site, and presently the UHF 44925 site. Our antenna for 2 meters is just below the upper sets of guys. This is a 250-foot tower. The 6 meter antennas are just above treetop level from where we're looking at it here. The folded dipoles, again, a set of them, a pair of folded dipoles, one northeast, one southeast. This is the receive site, UHF'd back to the main site, into Litchfield, and a standalone UHF. Izaak Walton is never going to put any money in this place. They're not making anything on it. We're trying to get North Coast Wireless to buy the tower or lease the tower. You can see it's kind of overgrown at the base, and all the guy anchors also have trees growing up. Some cases 20-foot trees around some of the guys, the outer sets of guys. But up on this tower, our little link antennas are off to the sides. Dipoles are hard to see because they're right against a tower, and we're side-armed. Probably 225 feet or so with our main antenna, the dual bander. Okay, this is the hut that we have 6 meters, which I've opened up. 6 meters is on the bottom. Basically, it's a Master 2 UHF transmit and a VHF receive on 6 meters. So this sends back over to Litchfield. The upper box, this is the receiver for the remote site. This is the transmitter and controller, and the little link transmitters buried in the back here that sends a small signal over to the main site. And over here in this cabinet is a GE Master 2 UHF standalone repeater. That's also ours. We've been maintaining this site for a long time. I was here with Civil Air Patrol years ago, and we used to have our UHF repeater here. And we commandeered all these feed lines that come down. Some were link antennas, some went up to other antennas. This is a little lightning arresting quarter wave shorted stub. All the grounds around here, this copper strap I put in years ago because this place gets hit by lightning a lot. And it actually arced and burnt the conduit connectors right out of the boxes. And after we did all this grounding, it really, really helped. Everything is grounded to that strap that goes outside that's grounded to the tower. This is our 6 meter site. It is in Litchfield. It's a 200-foot tower. Our link antenna is at the first set of guys at about 125 feet. Our other 2 6 meter folded dipoles, one is at 180 feet and one is down about 30 feet from that. And this is our transmit site. Receives Lafayette on UHF and retransmits on 6 meters. This is our 6 meter repeater. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a key, but inside the Motorola cabinet is GE. It's a GE Master 2. It's running 100 watts. And we have a receive antenna and a transmit antenna. Receives on UHF on the link frequency and transmits on 5166. Receives from the south site on UHF. So it's a UHF to 6 meter transmitter, or repeater, really. This is is the amateur building at the main site on Branch Road. Been here almost since the tower's been here. At first we were on that tower. If you want to get a picture of that, that's the 330 footer. We were near the top of that, but that got sold, so we got moved over to the main site tower here. This tower is very big, 40 foot across at the bottom. It's 360 feet up to where our antenna is. Very big tower. Lots of things up there. And inside, up here, we have our duplexer. So it's up out of the way, and our equipment is here in somewhat of a disarray at the moment. We had an amplifier and things up here. This is all going to get replaced later by the Yaesu. It's been in service since 1991, just about. It's the only Motorola equipment in our repeater system, really. And that's 110 watt mobile turned down. Some controller things. The controller itself in the bottom, and in the back of the rack, which you can't see, are our remote receivers for the links and control. Up on top of the rack, this is the APRS for those who use APRS. And a little further over, this is N8OND's UHF repeater. This is our 220, which we still need to get the antenna up in the air for. And next to that, in the GE cabinet with the duplexer on top, is 14519 W8HAC, the Cleveland Hamfest repeater. And then there's pagers in here, which is the background noise. This is our Brunswick site, where we at the present time only have 2 meters. We don't have a UHF port here. We don't have our own antenna here. We're on the tower. These are twin towers. We're on the right-hand tower on one of the tri-band antennas up near the top of that tower. We do have our UHF repeaters here, but we don't have anything to hook it to inside the building. This is our rack full, and it is full of equipment. At the very bottom, we have a power supply for UHF, the UHF duplexer, a UHF isolator that keeps any problems from other mixing going on, a UHF receiver, and transmitter. Transmitter's in behind this. This is all U here. This is what you hear, the only K8 TV ID'd repeater still in the system. I made this, as you can tell by looking at it, it's pretty old. It is all solid state, but it has the earliest GE receiver in it. And this is, at one time, was our portable standby take anywhere repeater. And it then became the Brunswick system. We used to be at the middle school. Up above it is our first duplexer that we still use. This was purchased, or actually the money for it was donated by W8GAR, who was a member, founding member of the club, who asked us one day, what's the best thing that, the biggest bang for the buck for the repeater system? And we were using 2 antennas. I said a duplexer, and he wrote a check to buy this duplexer. Back in the 70s, it was about, I think about $500, which was a significant amount of money back then. And it is still in use today and works okay. Hey, I hope you enjoyed looking around the various sites. We got most of them in on this. And we'll be, of course, changing a few things. We got the new Yaesu repeaters, and it'll take some time and a little discussion and some support, and figure out what it is we need to buy and the best things to interface to right controllers to make a simpler system. Most of this system I put together years ago. There's a lot of things that look even alien to me now when I look at them. So the idea here is to try to upgrade to newer equipment and interchangeable equipment. So I think that's about it from here for now. Have a good time.